All right. So the number one marketing thing that you should be doing during the crisis. So one of the things that we have, oh man, it's a terrible time for it not to be loading right. So what you're supposed to be seeing here is the number one challenge that's born out of inbound marketing is we go and we work with companies. And in that process, we're going to be talking about what kind of content do we want to get on the first page of Google? What kind of content do we want to share with our potential clients, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone's psyched. We're really excited. We have these gap assessments. Everyone's excited. And then what happens is they go back to the real world or they go back to their job. And, and to write really great content requires action from subject matter experts in our clients' companies. The problem with that is that these subject matter experts are in a scenario where they don't have the time to commit to marketing. They're usually on the front end in sales opportunities or making relationships and things like that. And what happens here is you just don't get their time. And so what this quarantine has done is it's put us in a very unique place that it's very possible that your subject matter experts are kind of sitting on the sidelines because they're not able to get in front of clients. And so the number one thing that we recommend that companies do is identify who their subject matter experts are and that they begin to stockpile. And, I'm trying to use a funny image here, not stockpiling toilet paper, but for the most part, stockpiling content. And the reason why we want to be able to stockpile content is because we have a greater agenda or a greater goal at the end of this rainbow. I happen to believe that this crisis will end one day and that there's going to be companies that sat on their hands and really tried to make any lead or any sales opportunity possible in a time where most people are on a freeze. Most people are on unemployment. Most people are trying to get that SBA loan. And so it's very hard to sell right now. And so if you can sell, by all means, do it. But if you don't, I want you to recognize this opportunity for what it is. And it is an opportunity. And so if you're able to stockpile content, at the end of the day, it's going to turn into really great SEO and it's really great social media. And it's going to turn into a lot of things at the end of the rainbow. And so what I want to be able to do here is I want to be able to walk through how you do that. So the first thing that we recommend that companies do is they use a program here like StreamYard. So we're on StreamYard now. What StreamYard does is it allows your subject matter expert for a fraction of a cost, for the cost of a webcam, the cost of a microphone, to talk about certain things that matter about their company. And so usually where I start out is saying, I want you to talk about for 5 minutes only about each, if I identify the top 50 questions you hear all the time, I want a 5-minute video for every single one of those questions. So what I want to be able to do, the reason why I like StreamYard is because StreamYard allows you, after you built that video, it's able to go live in Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and LinkedIn Live, which is great. So now you're building your content and you're building your social media, presence. After that, what I want to do is I want to go and I want to put it in something like rev.com. What rev.com will take that video and it'll transcribe it. And now you have a video and you have content that you can put into a blog. So this is Farotech's blog here. What you're going to notice here is that I have right above the fold, I have access to a video. And right below that, I have basically the transcript that we're going to SEO optimize later on. Right? Other places you can put it is you can develop a knowledge base. One of the best knowledge bases I know is HubSpot. Their platform is really, really good. It's going to be able to allow users to type in questions and get quick and simple information. Zendesk makes one that's a little bit cheaper, but it's still effective. Same kind of functionality. We've had a really good experience with them. And then what I also want you to do is I want you to take your videos and I want you to put them into podcast format. And once they're in podcast format, you can use a tool like Libsyn, and Libsyn's going to syndicate that podcast across a number of different channels. One other tool that we also recommend is a tool called Soapbox by Wistia. And what Soapbox allows you to do is it allows you to humanize so that your video is on the left and your presentation is on the right. And after you've recorded this, you're able to build these presentations that humanize and tell a great story all in one platform.
Kind of like this right here.
That's right.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
And then finally, I want to borrow this concept from Jay Moore. So not Jay Moore, Jay Baer. I knew I was going to say Jay Moore. What Jay Baer did is he wrote this awesome book called Utility. And Utility, he talked about John Deere. And what John Deere did is they made an investment, hundreds of years ago, and it's still true today, to build a resource that has every single frequently asked question about all their lawnmowers, about all their processes, about every single part about the company. And what's happened here is that once you've developed your content and use it as a utility as opposed to a sales tool, over time, you're going to be able to generate so much content and so much traffic. Like you can see here on, this is Uber Suggest. This is what I'm using to track John Deere's traffic. They're getting over 1.5 million visits a month for organic traffic. They're getting organic keywords. They have over 226,000 organic keywords, and they're getting a crazy amount of backlinks. So what I'm trying to say here in total is that it's very, very, very easy to, it's very, very, very easy to, I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
There we go.
It's very, very easy to be in a scenario here where you're just trying as hard as you can to get any sale that you can possibly get right now. And that might be a great use of your time, but I would probably say that this is the most unique time ever to get a subject matter expert to have the time to build a library of content that you can SEO optimize, that you can push through social channels. It's never been a time like this ever. And so we're coaching all of our clients to make the most of it. And we believe that we are 6 months away from an SEO and a social media machine like they've never seen before.